Okay, now that we've finished Original Medicare and Medicare Advantage, we've been through A, B, C, and D, we're going to start taking a look at, okay, which option is right for you. I've got them here on the board, Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage. We're going to compare them side by side, look at pluses and minuses for both, and it'll probably be obvious which way you should probably go by the time we get done. So there's three main things that help people decide which way they should go here. So first of all, when we sit down with people, we've explained the basics, they understand the concepts. The next question we generally ask is, so how is your health? If they say to us, oh, it's good, and I say, well, how often did you see the doctor last year? Oh, just once or twice for a checkup. When was the last time you were in the hospital? I don't even remember. When they say those things to us, we generally recommend they look at the Medicare Advantage options, because this works very good for healthy people. Why? Because on this side you're going to be paying constant monthly premiums. I talk to people all the time. Oh, well, I'm very healthy, but I got a Plan F. Well, why do you have a Plan F if you're really healthy? How much are you paying for that Plan F? Oh, $150 a month. Wow, that's $1,800 a year. How often did you go to the doctor last year? Once. You paid $1,800 for one doctor visit? So it doesn't work well for healthy people to be under Original Medicare. However, in that situation, we would have told you, look, hang on to your $1,800. If you go to the doctor or hospital, you're going to have a small copay, but you're going to come out way ahead under the year. However, if we ask them those questions and they say, I say, how's your health? Oh, not so good. And I see a big stack of pills there on the table. And I say, okay, so how often do you see your doctor? And they say to me, which doctor? And then I say, well, how many times were you in the hospital last year? Oh, I don't remember, a couple, three at least. You go to the hospital, oh yeah, we're always in and out of the hospital. Okay, in that situation, folks, if you have health issues, we generally recommend you go with Original Medicare. Now, I might have been exaggerating, not that bad, but I certainly have clients that those are the answers. But then we recommend you go with Original Medicare. Now, whenever we say that, I always mean with the supplement. Would not recommend you ever do it without a supplement, because you're putting yourself at too great a risk, as we've already learned financially it could bankrupt you. So with that, Original Medicare with the supplement works great for people that have health issues, because then they know, look, I'm paying $150 as we just used in the other example for my Plan F, but it doesn't matter if I go to one doctor, 10 doctors a month. It doesn't matter if I'm in the hospital once a year or 10 times a year. I know that with my Plan F over here on this side, I'm paying X amount of dollars a month, and that's it. Everything else is taken care of. I can manage that. So in that situation, we'd recommend you go with Original Medicare. Now, another reason we recommend you consider one of the two is portability. When people say to us, oh, well, you know, I travel a lot. I like to go down to Florida and I go to Texas, and then in the summertime I go up to Minnesota and Wisconsin, and we've got an RV. In that situation, we're going to recommend Original Medicare because it's much more portable. Under Original Medicare with a supplement, you go to any doctor, any hospital. If they accept Medicare and will see you, you're in. So this is very portable if that's important to you. However, on the Medicare Advantage side, they have networks. Now, anytime there's an emergency, get to the hospital, you're covered. But I have clients every year that are in Texas or Florida or wherever they may be, and they call me and they say, hey, Raj, my doctor just said that I need to have such and such a procedure done, and he wants to know when I should schedule it. Do I have to go home for that? The answer is yes. If you're on Medicare Advantage, you have to stay within your network. Again, if it's an emergency, just get there. But if it's a procedure that the doctor wants to schedule, you'll have to come home for that if you do a lot of traveling. So generally for people who travel a lot, we recommend Original Medicare with a supplement, tend to shy away from Medicare Advantage. Now the third factor that really factors in big, a lot of times people say to us, you know, I have health issues, multiple doctors, but I don't care. I can't afford to pay a Medicare supplement. I can't afford, we're going to look at Medicare Part D here in just a second, how this plays in. I can't afford all of that. Let's just be honest. I can pay that 1 or 2 months and then I'm not going to pay my premium there and there I'm going to be. Yeah, folks, you'll get canceled if you get behind, and then you're back to original Medicare with no supplement, and you're worse than when you started. So when people say, but I just can't afford it, but I'm not on Medicaid either, I'm in that little neutral gray area there in between, in that situation, and folks, I have a lot of clients that are in that situation, we recommend they go with a Medicare Advantage plan. Now, we didn't recommend that earlier on because of the copays, and you will have a lot of copays here. But the advantage, even though you have those copays, the hospital will work with you to make payments. The advantage is you have a maximum out of pocket. And your copays are manageable. They're fixed dollar amounts. They're not percentages like what you would have over here. So if money is an issue, you have poor health, but this just isn't going to happen, still recommend you enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan. The government will pay all or most of your premiums, and you're limiting your loss. So in that situation, we would go this direction. Now, the one other factor to factor in here is also your Medicare Part D. Don't forget that if you go with this option here, you're going to have to pay your Medicare Part D premium in addition to your Medicare supplement premium. And all of these options are in addition to your Medicare Part B premium, which is what we learned about. You cannot have either one of these two options without your Medicare Part B. But then under original Medicare, you would have a supplement, and you would also have a Part D premium. The national average last year was $32, so let's just say $35 to round up and play it close. So that would also be a factor. If this is an issue, don't forget, I have clients all the time that say, hey, I'm just not going to be able to have my Part D. It's optional. No, it's not, because those penalties will get you later on. But you can come over here under the Medicare Advantage, and your Part D premium is generally paid all or most by the government. So you don't really have the Part D premium on this side. That's another factor to figure in. Part D is included in your Medicare Advantage most of the time. Over here, you have to add it on. So that's a little bit about the two options and figuring out which way. It generally gets down to what's your health, what's your money, how portable do you need it to be, and just which one makes the most sense. Another question I get asked a lot in closing is, spouses, they say, well, we have to decide together. No, you don't. In Medicare, there is no marriage. They don't have any idea. It's just your number, and that's all they go by. They don't know who your spouse is. So you determine what's best for you. Your spouse will determine what's best for you. Folks, I have plenty of clients that you go in. This one works best for this one. That one works best for that one. Figure out what's best for you, and that's what to go with. Now again, if you're wanting to learn about Medicare and Medicare Advantage, please contact our office. They do have what's called a scope of appointment form. We will have to have you fill out a scope of appointment form before we sit down with you. However, we work those things out. But we'll get to that down the road. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. I know this has been a lot, but hopefully it's been worth it. Thank you.